You will not believe the amount of apps that you have on your phone that you probably don't need and don't use, and maybe even possibly don't even love anymore. So today we are going to be deleting those apps. I'm going to be deleting 24 apps from my phone. How many apps are you going to be deleting? Let's go. Notion is one of those apps. And don't get me wrong, I do like Notion. There's a lot of good things about it. And I like using it for setting up systems and dashboards and to brainstorm like a big picture kind of idea or project. But when it comes to the daily use of it, it feels like an obstacle. And I haven't opened the Notion app on my phone for a hot minute. So I only use Airbnb when I'm traveling, so there's really no reason for it to live on my phone all of the time. And I barely even use it, if that. I prefer staying at hotels. Airbnbs is only for unique finds. Out of here. I have open phone for my real estate business and phone number, and I don't really use it very much on my phone. I use the desktop app actually. It's very easy to text people through the desktop app, and I never open up my phone app. So it's just taking up space. This one's kind of a tough one because I do use Wikipedia often, but I don't use the app often. So I usually only open up the app when I click on a Wikipedia link and then the app opens up. Outside of that, I feel like I get enough of reading and knowledge and culture and all that stuff outside of Wikipedia, so I don't really need it on my phone. My dad drives a lot and he loves to drive, and he has been with AAA for decades, I think now, and he doesn't have the app. So I don't think I need the app either. I got the app when I joined AAA because I was all excited because they're like, oh, get the app, savings and this and that. Anyway, I never open it. I don't really need it. When it comes to their services, I just call them on the phone, and I find that that works a whole lot better than going through the app. And so this follows up the next app that I'm deleting, which is Geico. Likewise, both of my parents have been with Geico forever, and they do not have the app on their phone. So I think this is actually a really great rule. If your parents don't have the app and they are using the services or they are getting by, then maybe you don't need the app. Next, we have Double Take. And Double Take sounded like a fun idea and concept at the time when I got it, because I was doing a lot more vlogging, and the idea of being able to record with my back camera and my front facing camera when something exciting was going on and I wanted to record both what I was seeing and my reaction, that all sounded dandy. But in actuality, the app was a little bit clunky, and I just hardly ever opened it, and getting my files off of it, it was just like, it was this whole process. Not ideal for somebody who is trying to live a more simple life. So although I still love the concept of it, and I would love it if I was able to film both with my back and my front camera with the native camera app that comes with my phone, I'm gonna delete Double Take. I'm all about language learning, but I think that you have to be focused and dedicated towards language learning to actually make it work. And I have Duolingo on my phone, and I don't have any gripes with it, really. It's just, I don't really use it very much. And I think the idea of having it there is like I'm going to actually dive in and just learn a whole new language by taking a few seconds out of my day to dive into Duolingo. I just don't think that that's how that works. I'm still gonna keep Memrise, which is my other language learning app, because it does have that cool feature with the camera where I can point it to an object and it will tell me on the screen how to say that object in the language that I'm learning. And so I think that's pretty cool, and I do use that every once in a while. I think it's a lot more practical. This next one is a two-parter, which is Lime and Bird, because they're kind of one and the same. I don't really do the scooter thing anymore. It was all hot and cool when they first came out, but I find that there's really not that many scooters around like when they first started. I feel like I need to put this a little higher. I'm slouching. All right, how's that? Does that look good? Ooh, okay, so I do love this game a lot, but I will say that it is more fun to play on an iPad, and I don't have an iPad anymore. I got rid of all of my iPads. It's just more of an iPad game. But if you do have an iPad, I totally recommend the game. I think it's so much fun. It's so beautiful, like aesthetically. It is really lovely to look at. It is relaxing to play, and I like the little sounds, the sound effects. It is a really nice game overall. Expedia. When I use Expedia, it's mainly on the website through my browser on my desktop. I don't really use the app very much when I'm doing bookings or research for travel. I like the real estate of the computer to do stuff like that. So I'm not gonna stop using Expedia, but I am going to eliminate the app. Testslate is mainly if you are developing an app, and so I don't really need it right now, but that's basically it. It's not really, there's nothing exciting to say about that. Libby! Okay, so I don't really plan on using Libby very much this year. If you're not familiar with Libby, it makes it possible for you to get books from your library. I already have the books that I want to read this year, and I'm fairly certain that I'm not going to be using Libby to download stuff. But if I do, then I'll just get the app and then I'll remove it again. Okay, Mobile Pass. Wow, so I downloaded this app years ago, and the reason is because there was this idea of being able to fill out your customs paperwork, you know, the little form that they give you on an airplane, usually when you're traveling internationally. You were gonna be able to do it with your phone. It was like this whole thing. Anyway, it's a little bit sad because the idea of it was really promising. Alas, things did not evolve in that direction. So, by the way, I made that candle that I keep moving around, but don't ask me anything about making candles because I did it with a class, so I don't know anything about making candles. But something I do know about is how amazing my channel is. So if you don't want to miss out on any videos that I make, then hit that subscribe button, push that like button, and let me know that you are enjoying the content that I am putting out for you. Let's continue. We're going to do a speed run here until the end. Freebie. So this is an app that allows you to get free rides around town. It's pretty fun, but I don't really use it very often. I feel like that's the trend here, right? Is like, I'm not using these apps, yet somehow I've allowed them to continue living on my phone. So if you're trying to eliminate some apps from your phone, then take a really hard look at your usage and see when was the last time you actually opened the app. I think that if you haven't used an app in over 3 months, then it's a safe bet that you're probably not going to open it within the next 3 months. So that's a good reason to delete an app. MetaMask. So I am still using MetaMask, but I prefer to use it on the desktop. I'm not really checking crypto stuff on my phone very much. So MetaMask is out, deleting it, but nothing against MetaMask. Next, GoPro Quick. When I first got the GoPro, they had introduced their app, and the idea of it sounded really fun and cool, but I never actually used the app. I think I used it maybe once, so I'm deleting it. Next is Brightline. So I only really need this app when I am taking a train ride somewhere, and not like the metro or the subway, but like a legit train. So we have a train here called the Brightline, and it goes to Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. It does long distance travel. It's not like I'm taking a train trip every week. I don't really need it. Deleted. Okay, so next, Apple Store. I don't know why I have this on here. I think maybe because I was in the process of buying an iMac, I think maybe. I'm not shopping compulsively at the Apple Store. And when I buy something from the Apple Store, I generally go onto the website because then I can log in through my account, which allows me to have special discounts. And then on top of that, I just don't really shop at the Apple Store very much. So deleted. Hilton Honors. So I am a Hilton Honors member. I've never had to use the app when I go to the Hilton. I don't know. I haven't had to use it. And so I don't think I need it. Credit Karma has been a lifesaver and has helped me go from my debt to no debt life. And I don't have anything bad to say about Credit Karma. I just don't check my credit as often on my mobile phone because I don't need to, because I know where I'm at and I know that it's really good, which is amazing. It's a good feeling. It's a good thing to say. I like solitaire, but I don't really want to just have a game that I use to distract myself from the real world, which is often what happens with solitaire because it's such an easy game to win. I am going to keep chess on my phone, so I'll be able to play chess. And that is a little bit more brain energy time consuming. So it's not as quick to say, oh, I'm going to play a game of chess as it is to say, I'm going to play a game of solitaire. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I am going to be deleting American Airlines. Again, I don't have a problem with American Airlines. I don't think I really need it. I think maybe I only need it when I travel. But even then, like when I get my boarding pass, I just add it to my Apple Wallet and it's fine. I don't know. I'm going to delete it. Next time I travel through American, if I need it, then I'll just download it for the trip. Now you know all of the apps that I have somehow managed to accumulate over time, but I'm now deleting because we don't want that in our lives. But if you would like to know which are the 4 apps that I am going to be keeping on my phone because they are essential towards living a simple life, then check out this video over here. I've also put a link in the description and in the comments, as you know. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I know some of y'all are nosy and just want to see what's on my phone and what I'm getting rid of. So I appreciate you for being here and for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you're going to be doing something similar with your phone, then let me know in the comments. What is an app that you are looking forward to deleting? And what is an app that was difficult for you to get rid of? And for now, I'm going to go. So I will see you when I see you.